name is Grace Wanjiru Boru. I'm currently the HR manager at Tendacare Junior Academy. I joined the institution in 2017, May. For me, the greatest motivation is working to make a difference. Yeah, I want to impact someone's life, and I would count it a blessing to work at Tendacare because I've had an opportunity to see young lives growing to be very eloquent speakers, well-nurtured children, excelling in academics and also other activities. So for me, working in a school is really fulfilling. Yeah, so every morning, that's my motivation. We've had a number of challenges, but for me, the greatest milestone has been nurturing and coaching employees. From, you'll find an employee who was not able either to express themselves or in terms of performance, for one reason or another they were struggling, in terms of also their skills, because we also do get relatively young professionals. So just looking at that growth from one day to the next, and achieving and celebrating great success in academics, and even for the non-teaching staff, even personal development, for me that is a great milestone. They say everything rises and falls on leadership. So for me, the leadership style that I've always adopted is one where I set the pace. I believe in the team that I work with, and therefore I also involve them in whatever we are supposed to achieve together. So it's more of situational leadership than one size fits all when it comes to leadership. So different scenarios will present different leadership styles that will be required to be applied. Our staff force currently stands at 150. That is 100 employees in the teaching profession, and 50 employees in the non-teaching department. So on a day-to-day basis, I will get probably to interact with about maybe 3 to 5, depending on how the day is and the activities that we have planned out for those particular days. We also sort of have a very seamless organization structure that enables us to manage staff very easily. So it's not too much, it's not on your face too much, but where we have interactions, they are very fruitful interactions, probably 3 to 5 times 8, depending on the need. Other than HR, I'm very passionate about customer service. So I am happy that customer service is under my department. So I'm in charge of all the front office staff that we find at Tendacare in all the 5 branches. So our work really is to make sure that the customer, who is our children and our parents, and also our internal staff, who's the internal customer, gets the best experience possible. We've recently developed, or rather transitioned to a more seamless organization structure. So in terms of how the chart looks like, we have the directors at the top, Mr. Kahoro and Teacher Ruth. Under the directors, we have the members of the SMT, the senior management team, which comprises of the operations manager, the HR manager, the principal, and also the finance department. So under the operations manager, we have the transport department, we have the kitchen or catering department, and we also have the cleaning and sanitation department. So we have 3 people who report to him directly. That is our transport manager, the sanitation supervisor, and our head chef. The academic department for us is the heaviest because then it's our core business. That is why we are here. We are here to transform lives through impacting knowledge and training. So at the top we have our principal, deputized by the deputy principal Komarok and a deputy principal Umoja. Then under the deputies we have the section heads who are the lead coordinator lower section, the lead coordinator preschool, deputized by their coordinators. And on the same length, we have the senior teachers, then who then work with the heads of panel. The panel are the subjects, the learning. With CBC, we are going now to call them the learning areas, but in 844, it's the subjects. So we have the panel heads who work now directly with the teachers. Yeah. So that's how our structure looks. I would say for us, what has kept us thriving for the last 24 years, first of all, is God. The philosophy behind tender care and the spirit behind tender care is that we are very strongly anchored on our Creator. So we believe in doing the right things. We also go all out to make sure that anyone we interact with, we make a great impact to their lives. So I would say first, God has been our pillar, strongest pillar. The second thing would be the goodwill that we have from our parents, from our teaching and non-teaching staff, which I believe there's, for any enterprise to flourish, the human resource, which is a factor of production, is very critical. So for us, we've had a very dedicated team, very passionate about what they do. And over the years, we have also built on a culture of performance, a system that is self-propelling. So in terms of our culture, our DNA is quite strongly ingrained on what we do every day and what we believe in. I also believe in the spirit of the institution and also the name, tender care. Yeah. So we strive to make an impact, to touch lives differently. And for us, our key focus is being very compassionate, considerate, and sensitive to everyone that we interact with. So I think that also goes a long way and has really helped us over the years to build relationships and therefore translate to the performance that we've realized for the last 25 years. As I said, when I joined the institution in 2017, I was tasked with the responsibility to set up the HR department, which was non-existent. And one of the things that we've been able to do is communicate very clearly through thorough job analysis that was done to be able to communicate our expectations to the teaching, non-teaching staff. That way, everyone is in check on what they are expected to do. We've also, alongside that, we've also introduced the performance management system, which has been able to really help propel our goals and expectations on a regular basis. So we do appraisals, we also do awards and rewards for recognition of good performance. And on the same breath, we also manage poor performance in terms of developing skills, building on the technical gaps that we find, and also providing coaching and counseling. That is one of the systems that we have set up. For effective management of a huge team, then it calls for a bit of automation of certain processes. So one of the processes we've been able to automate is on our leave management, for example. So we're trying to do away with the paperwork that comes with the process of seeking leave, but also in terms of attendance, which can be quite a headache with a huge staff force. We've introduced the biometric reporting machine, where on face recognition you're able to clock in and out of the institution. That has eased the manual way of tracking attendance, and it also saves time on the employee. So that is one of the things that we've been able to do. I would also want to mention that we've come up with a HR policy manual that stipulates the expectations from the employer and also addresses policy areas and provides basic guidelines on employer-employee relations. And we also, on a regular basis, remind employees through induction, through trainings on their expectations. I'm very passionate about personal development, and it may be a personal initiative, yes, but working in HR also gives me the opportunity to impact and aid personal development in others. So for me, I find that really fulfilling, just being able to see that I have, helped someone through my work. Someone has achieved personal growth and is probably doing better, is happier. Our dear parents, I would say that tender care has come a long way. 25 years is no mean achievement. And we have consistently provided good service for the last 25 years. We are grateful for the confidence that you have in our institution, and I would want you to know that we are not going to relent in terms of our commitment to quality service to the learner and also to all the other stakeholders. We are celebrating 25 years of quality service, and we owe it to you for the many years that you have entrusted your children with us. So feel appreciated, and we are looking forward to partnering with you more so that we can grow the generations to come. Thank you.